Hey Aquarius, what's going on? I'm here with your weekly reading. As I asked Leos, I'll ask you as well. Are you enjoying the waxing phase? Are you working on bringing those feel-good energies into your life? Those energies of prosperity. I'm sensing some of you are working on financial healing. I really just hit me, just dollar signs just popped up in my head. And that's good because this financial healing is what's going to guide you into 2020. You don't expect too much ching ching right now, but you're just laying that groundwork. You're laying that foundation that you need in order to bring in the ching ching in 2020. So to the Aquariuses out there that resonates with, now that might either be your sun, moon, or rising, so check those out, find out where you're at. Okay. Now, the importance of foundation isn't really touched base on enough. So I want to touch base on it from my point of view. Because for a couple of Aquariuses, I'm starting something new. It's called Guess the Card. So as my channel grows and as I gain popularity, it's going to be a lot more fun because some people like to comment while the video's going and stuff. So if you are by chance watching this, at the 137 mark, and you feel the need to guess the card, go ahead and guess it and timestamp it. Okay, don't cheat though. Don't cheat. Don't wait till I flip the card over and then go say it was this, because I might hit you with it's the Ten of Swords, and then you might be like, oh man, and then you get the Chariot. So anything's possible with me. But it's not the Death card, it's not the Tower card, it's not the Lover card, and it's not the Two of Cups. But we'll get to that in a second. Back to the foundation for Aquariuses of 2019. Again, this could be your sun, moon, or rising. So if you are an Aquarius and you don't know your moon risings, etc., etc., go ahead and look that up. You can check it out at Cafe Astrology. I will leave a link in the description below. Go check that out and see where in your life this resonates with you. Now, also, this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with everybody, and I do deeply apologize. I wish I could just pull a card and have the answer to the world's problems. Foundation, because I sometimes go off on a tangent. Aquarius, your foundation is going to be only as strong as it is on the inside. So what I mean by that is, for example, the adage, as above, so below, as within, so without, you are in the center. So if you are not strong internally on any level, then don't expect things to manifest. Like if you're brooding or if you're going through a hard time, do not expect your foundation to manifest if all you've been talking about was negative self-talk towards self. I'm not good enough. It won't happen. I can only achieve certain per se levels, while that guy or girl over there can achieve levels that I never thought I would ever come close to. That's going to actually weaken your foundation. And Aquarius, is to those that this does resonate with this channel message, it is a major time to practice money magic. I'm seeing green everywhere right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really in my spiritual sight. Really isn't an ability that I'll tap into during readings. So when this pops up, I'm sensing, I'm talking hundreds. So the Aquarius is to practice magic along with your foundation. I do some money magic right about now. I would do some money magic right about now and just get it flowing. I'm talking back-to-back workings. Yeah, so they say that you're supposed to wait a couple days before you cast again. Personally, I say if you got it, do it. If you're trying to break down barriers, one cast every 3 weeks is not going to break down those barriers. You need to hit the situation hard. So to bring that money energy into your foundation, Aquarius, for those that this does resonate with, you have to really bang out those workings back to back to back to back to back. Whether you choose to work with 7-day candles or votive candles or tea candles, personally, I would work with like a taper type candle or a tea candle, so you can do those workings individually, unless, you know, one a day, unless you don't mind extinguishing the 7-day candle, or you can let it burn for 7 days. So you feel me? But also, again, safety. We don't want to set anything on fire. All right. But yeah, back to the foundation, to the Aquariuses that are struggling with that negative down talk. Your foundation is only going to be as strong as your internal will. So, for example, if you go to the gym and your intent is to lift that 190 pounds, you've only ever lifted 145. It might hurt going down, and the bar might smack against your chest, and you might start wheezing left and right because you can't breathe. But you're going to have to pull that internal umph, that willpower, everything, and just make it happen. You're going to have to push through it. And there is an Aquarius that needs to hear that right now. It's not going to fall in your lap, all right? You've done the workings. Those are fine. You're not off your melon when you hear the spirits of your ancestors or your deities. You know, that working you did recently, Mrs. Aquarius, it worked. No, you didn't wake up around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning saying that you're hearing voices thinking you're tripping balls. You're not. That was the manifestation from your working. Now what you have to do is you have to take what you said you were going to do and make it happen. Because if you don't, you can just be praying till you blue in the face. The flow you're going with right now is a good flow, but it's more on the line of a flow when you're calling in spiritual healing. That's when you pretty much are just receptive. But you casted workings and brought someone into your life to help you be projective. For example, healing, receiving readings, that's all receptive. But when you put some work out there to break some physical boundaries, that's when you have to get out there and project that energy and fight through it. So no, you're not crazy, but what you want is not going to manifest, or it may manifest on a very, very, very weak level because you have not put in the time and the effort. Come on now, boo-boo. You read that in the books. You know that. All right. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Now, I know what the first card is. I said it earlier. I didn't mean to, but I said it earlier. But I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you. A couple of y'all Aquariuses ain't listening. What's that? That's the Ten of Swords. I mean, you just laid out like, damn. Why didn't you listen? Why didn't you listen, Aquarius? Come on, Aquarius. The same repetitive cycle of the karmic thing. I mean, we're going through these cycles right now, and it's just really amped in to you know, karmic relationships, soul relationships, twin flames, I guess, if people want to go by those terms and use those terms. But there's a lot of lessons that everybody's learning right now, and we're not passing every lesson. This is one lesson that you failed. The Ten of Swords is all about from toxic people. Just you didn't listen to your own instincts. You didn't listen to your deities. You didn't listen to anything. I'm not trying to go on you, but it's like you butthurt right now and you kind of want to close out, and that's not good. You have to go through what happened to you in order to grow from this experience. Yeah, you got stabbed up. I mean, you literally got laid out. You got stabbed in the head, the heart, and your guide, which is the owl, is just kind of standing there like, bruh, like, what happened, man? Why didn't you listen to me? Why didn't you go left? Why you have to go right? Come on, Aquarius. But also, the goodness out of this is, the good news out of this is you could take this lesson of walking down that road you know you shouldn't have walked down. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing for you, because tarot isn't about no divinatory tool or no tool of divination is about sugarcoating 100% of the time. You're going to get good messages and you're going to get funky messages. You're going to get those messages that tell you don't do this. You're going to get those messages that tell you do that. And even though you can change the outcome of it, it's still something to be adhered and revered to when it comes to advice. So like, you done had some readings warning you, Aquarius. You've been warned. countless times, but you still did it because you wanted to taste that berry one more time. That's the energy of this reading for you, Aquarius. I don't have no bells and rainbows for you this time. I wish I did, but I don't. Maybe the oracles will change something. Maybe the oracle has some insight to this. But what I'm getting from this is all you can do now is just pretty much sit back and evaluate the lesson that you bombed. Okay. Yeah, I said it. You bombed. And I'm not trying to be mean to you, Aquarius, but spiritual growth is not about bells and whistles. It's not about looking outside yourself, Aquarius. It's about looking inside yourself. And though we have books and teachers and gurus and high priests and priestesses and, you know what I'm saying, magi that own lodges and covens, at the end of the day, they got that knowledge from somebody in the aethers. A lot of techniques that we read about come from people that got the information from inside. So, yeah. But Aquarius, you had the lessons. I'm looking at this Ten of Swords like, why? Just why? One of y'all, I'm going to keep it real with you. One of the spirits just told me that the sex is really good for one of y'all. One of the spirits also told me it's obligation. Now to the Aquarius that feels obligated to be with that person, I don't think you understand that your situation does not make you obligated. Carrying that child does not make you obligated to be with him. It doesn't. That's not going to keep him, baby girl. That's going to make him run away. At the end of the day, no matter what you do, if a person wants to stay, they will. If they don't want to stay, they won't. Alright, Aquarius girl. It sucks. I know. And I don't like this reading, y'all. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm getting flashes and images and stuff, and I don't like that. But Aquarius girl, it is expected. The baby shall be healthy. Fret not. You just take care of yourself. Eat as healthy as you can, and have a good support system. And you will do just fine. To the Aquarius male that just got out of the relationship, to the one who didn't listen to the Ten of Swords, it's okay. Alright? She crushed you. Now all you can do is just climb out of it. Take your time to heal. Get to where you need to be. Alright, one more, and we'll get started. Today I have the spirits that guide me, assist me with this reading. So, we'll see what they have to say. But Aquarius, to those that resonate with the Ten of Swords, don't do the Ten of Swords anymore, okay? Just don't. Don't. That's not good. Alright? But you're going to be okay. So the continuing energy of this is the word Lord. Now I'm going to show you how this connects to the Ten of Swords. You are the word Lord. You've been sitting back documenting everything left and right, trying to just evade the Ten of Swords. But that didn't work for you. No matter how much you studied, meditated on the past, and thought you had all your ducks in a row, in reality you didn't. And you walked directly into the word Lord. Directly into the Ten of Swords, I apologize. You walked into it because you tried to approach the Ten of Swords situation or that person, that toxic individual from a logical point of view, and that never works for you to the Aquariuses that this resonates with. That's never worked with you. You know, you're not the most emotional person on the planet, but you do have a connection to your emotions, and it is deep. But that's where you messed up at, and that's how you ended up into the Ten of Swords. And what kind of freaks me out and scares me a bit is the placement of this card for you, Aquarius. This isn't before the Ten of Swords. This is actually after the Ten of Swords, which shows that the energy of the Ten of Swords is carrying directly over into this read, which kind of scares me because I'm worried that you might go through that process again, that you're logically trying to analyze everything, and that's not possible. You have to feel with your heart right now, Aquarius. Yeah. And for those that aren't going through the love situation, you still have to feel with your heart to learn those lessons. You can't approach this situation from logic. It has to be approached from an emotional, spiritual standpoint. I'm not saying go all guru and do 37 chants and turn your cubicle into a place for Buddha. But you have to dig inside self and find out, okay, what is it with this cycle that causes me to continuously go to the Ten of Swords? Because this is not a new cycle. This is something that people go through again, because you're going through it again. Here you are again. You know, you're trying to find that communication, but it don't work the way you want it to, and they occasionally praise you, and that sucks you in, because you're so thirsty for this person to love you, for these people to love you, for this situation to work out, that you will take any amount of praise that you can get, even if it's dishonest praise, because the people, the situation, you know, for the ones that are in love, I'm going back to the love aspect. I got to do it like this, because that's what the Spirit's saying. You will take any amount of praise from that person, even if it is low-key toxic and low-key dishonest. Let that sink in. That's not going to do you good in the long run, Aquarius. That's going to do nothing but tear you apart. And you know it. That's why you probably going to repeat the Ten of Swords again. Don't let my reading give you no power, but for those that this does resonate with, you going through a perpetual cycle, and this is not a cycle that you ready to break out of. I'm not trying to go on you. I love you. I love y'all. Team Aquarius, y'all my peoples. But I got to keep it real, what I see and what I hear. Some of y'all going to go through it again. It's not good. Spirits, give me confirmation or something. Will they go through it again? Nah. A couple of y'all ain't going to go through it no more. This right here resonates to the people who ain't going to go through it no more, because you're going to, after you got your butt handed to you with the Ten of Swords and you was logically trying to analyze and find the answers and stuff, you finally say, you know what? This ain't working no more. I'm going to try it the other way, just because I've never tried it that way before. You're going to become the lady of the mirrors. It's all about reflection and non-judgment. You're really going to work on, not being so judgmental, and you're going to work on that reflection of self and really analyzing, what it is inside that caused you or causes you to repeat these dumb, vicious, unhealthy cycles. And I sense it's gonna happen during the whole Jupiter retrograde time. It's gonna be a time with some deep introspection for certain Aquariuses, not all, but a lot. But when you finally see what you look like to many other people, please don't be so disgusted with self that you just give up. We all got demons in our closet. We all walk around on this earth like I don't stink, when in reality everybody stinks. It's just how we present ourselves. So you got to do the same. Yeah, so you look in the mirror every day and you like, bro, I don't like this. Trust me, a lot of us look in the mirror every day and say, bro, I don't like this. Alright? Spirit, give me confirmation and clarification for what's going on at the lady in the mirror. Some of y'all still gonna be withholding though, no matter what it is, no matter if you go through reflection, you start to view things from a non-judgmental area, a lot of y'all still gonna be withholding and stuff. Even though y'all receiving, y'all gonna be receiving, and not giving a damn out, like not giving a dime, a penny, nothing. Your withholding is really gonna cripple your generosity. But I'm not sensing this being for everybody, but I am sensing a lot of people still carrying that Ten of Swords energy even after through the reflection time. You would have been better off just staying on the word Lord and being logical. I'm not trying to be mean, but the point of growth is to grow, especially out of this Ten of Swords, man. You don't want that on you. You don't want that energy. For a lot of y'all, I ain't gonna lie, for a lot of y'all, there's so much of this Ten of Sword energy, I really suggest a wash down. I'm not lying. I know there's probably a witch right now laughing. And I'm not trying to be mean, but for a lot of y'all, I suggest a long, hot shower, get clean. And then a spiritual shower, fill up the tub, and then add all your herbs and literally just dump the water on your head and wash yourself down. Not up, not around, down, to get that energy out of your auric field, to get that energy out of where it is, so you can finally break free of this Ten of Swords, man. It's not good, because even a lot of y'all, when y'all in the Lady of the Gift, y'all supposed to be popping, but nah, it's like y'all receiving, but you also withholding, and that's not good, because in the long run, that means the universe is pretty much gonna be like, oh, so you don't wanna give? I'm gonna shut you down for a little bit. And that desolate consciousness, that isolated consciousness is never a good thing, and it's a very uncomfortable feeling. Some people call it the dark night of the soul. I personally just call it a desolate consciousness, because there's nothing really happening in that. You're just sitting there and you're doom and gloom. And with the dark night of the soul, I've seen people like going through a mission, whether it's the abyss or spiritual growth, spiritual transmutation or putrefaction, so forth, so on. But you have to, if you are that Aquarius that is over here still withholding because you don't want to let go of certain things, you don't want to pull that one sword out your butt, then you gotta snap it, because if you don't, you're gonna go through that whole Ten of Swords again, and it ain't gonna be pretty. Alright, let's get a conclusion card for you, an outcome card. I like to say, I don't know, it's conclusion 17. No, sorry. All right. Oh my God. Come on, Aquarius. Come on, Aquarius. Come on. All right, I'm going to be flat out gangster with you, Aquarius, and this does not resonate with everybody, but this does resonate with certain few Aquariuses. If you do not get off that withholding aspect, you're going to be back to that inner conflict. You're going to be back to that yin versus yang, that dark wolf versus that light wolf, that shadow versus higher self, etc., etc., etc. And that's not good, because you're going to go right back into the Ten of Swords, the inner conflict. Instead of choosing the love, you're going to choose the logic. You're going to choose the brain over the heart. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't use your brain, but for certain situations, you cannot logically make your way through it. Like if you summon an ancient god and the cup flies across the room, you really can't logically explain that. You go to scientists and explain, they gonna laugh you out. You see where I'm going with it? Some things you have to feel, and it's gonna be logic versus emotion. And I'm gonna be real with you. Your emotion's gonna win, and it's not gonna win in a channeled good way. You're gonna explode because you keep putting yourself on this perpetual state of insanity. It's like you're a mouse running around. You're just like a dog chasing its tail, a cat chasing a string, a bird just flapping around. And that can slowly but surely break down on your psyche. That can really mess you up. So Aquarius, the message I got from you is, learn a lesson from this Ten of Swords. Because what's due to happen after that, if you don't, ain't gonna be good. But if you do follow it all the way through, you gonna see prosperity on an emotional, spiritual, and mental level You're going to get deep, deep healing. It's going to be awesome. All right? If you liked what you heard, or at least if you resonated with what you heard, because if I came across somebody's channel and heard this, I'd have been pissed. You know, especially if it resonated with me, then I would have really been mad. But if it does resonate with you, please let me know in the comments below. I will also put the link for Cafe Astrology. All right? On that note, to the Aquariuses that are in the Ten of Sword energy, get out. Get out. And to the ones that actually get out when you start reflecting, reflect on everything. I mean, everything. Dig into the darkness of yourself, so when you jump over to the Lady of the Gift, you can actually be a gift to people. And you know, you won't be withholding anything. You won't go back to that inner conflict where your emotions win, you blow up, and then you end up right back in the Ten of Swords in this repetitive cycle that just leads you nowhere. All right? On that note, I'll leave you with this. To love someone else is a powerful thing to do. But to love yourself is power incarnate. You all have a great day. All right? I'll see you soon. And peace.